Imagine a world where no matter what chaos swirls around you, you remain unshaken, serene, almost untouchable. Imagine carrying a shield so invisible, yet so impenetrable, that stress and fear bounce off as if they were mere shadows. This isn't a fantasy or a secret whispered in ancient scrolls. This is a habit, a simple yet profound daily practice that monks have been cultivating for centuries. And today, it can become your armor too. In the first moments of your day, before your phone rings, before emails flood in, before the world demands your attention, you can create a sanctuary inside your mind, a place untouched by the storms outside. Most people wait for peace to come to them, hoping circumstances align, but the truth is, peace isn't something you chase. It's something you cultivate like a garden in the soil of your own awareness. And the habit I am about to reveal is the gardener's secret, the hidden ritual that trains your mind to remain calm, to remain steady, no matter the chaos beyond your door. This habit begins with the recognition that your mind is not a passive vessel, but a living landscape, capable of growth, capable of change, capable of becoming a fortress. Every monk knows this intuitively. Every sage has whispered it in their writings. We are not what happens to us. We are how we respond to it. Imagine a lake, perfectly still, reflecting the sky, undisturbed by the wind or the rain. That lake isn't fighting the storm, it isn't resisting, it simply is. That's the power we are talking about, a mind that observes without reacting, a heart that feels without drowning. This habit, often overlooked because it seems deceptively simple, is meditation, but not the kind that requires hours of sitting in silence with your legs tied in knots or repeating ancient chants. It is meditation infused into life itself, a daily engagement with the present moment, a disciplined attention to what is happening right now, not yesterday or tomorrow, not what could have been or what might be. The essence of this habit is noticing. Noticing your thoughts as they arise, noticing your body as it moves, noticing your breath as it flows in and out, noticing the subtle ripples of emotion before they swell into waves of anxiety or frustration. And here is the twist that changes everything. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You are the sky, and your thoughts are the weather passing through it. Storms come and go, but the sky remains vast, unmoved, silent in its immensity. When you cultivate this awareness, stress loses its power. It has nothing to cling to. You become immune not because life becomes easier, but because your response changes. A monk does not wait for the world to calm. He learns to remain calm amidst the world's chaos. And this habit, practiced consistently, rewires the nervous system. It trains the brain to pause before reacting, to see before judging, to breathe before panicking. Neuroscience today calls it neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. Monks call it wisdom, the ability to see clearly, to act wisely, to live fully. Let me tell you a story to illustrate this. There was a monk who lived at the edge of a mountain village. Every morning, villagers would rush past him, shouting, complaining, dragging their anxieties behind them like chains. The monk would sit by the river, untouched, serene, as if the world's chaos was happening in another dimension entirely. One day, a young villager, curious and frustrated with his own life, asked the monk, "How can you remain so calm when everything around you is falling apart?" The monk smiled and replied, "I do not chase calm, I sit with what is. I do not resist the storm, I watch it pass. The river flows, the wind blows, and I breathe. That is the habit distilled into a sentence. But its power is infinite. To sit with what is, fully, without judgment, without fear, without grasping for control." You may think, how is that possible? How can one remain untouched while bills pile up, deadlines loom, relationships strain, and the world feels like it is crumbling? The answer is deceptively simple. Because stress is not in the external events, it is in the interpretation, in the resistance. Every monk knows that suffering arises when the mind resists what is. When you say, "This should not be happening," or "I cannot handle this," you plant the seeds of stress. When you instead say, "This is happening, and I am here," a remarkable shift occurs. Suddenly, the world becomes a teacher, challenges become lessons, and pressure becomes an opportunity to grow. And here's another secret. This habit is not about eliminating emotions. It is about embracing them without letting them dominate. Fear, anger, anxiety, they are like waves in the ocean. You can ride them, observe them, and let them pass without being swept away. This is why monks never claim to be free of fear or worry. They only claim mastery over the storm inside. And the practice that cultivates this mastery can begin anywhere. In the morning, take 3 conscious breaths before you reach for your phone. At work, notice the tension in your shoulders before it tightens into stress. At home, observe the silence between words before filling it with worry. Each pause, each moment of awareness, is a brick in the fortress of your mind. Over time, this habit becomes automatic. You begin to live in a state of presence, a state where stress bounces off like raindrops on a lotus leaf, never soaking in. Imagine walking through a bustling city, traffic honking, people shouting, deadlines screaming, and yet inside you there is a calm lake, untouched, reflecting the sun. That is the monk's gift, and that is the power of this habit. But the deeper lesson lies not in calmness alone. It lies in the freedom that comes with it. When stress no longer dictates your choices, your life becomes an open canvas. You can respond instead of react, choose instead of be chosen by circumstance, create instead of merely survive. And this freedom is contagious. Those around you feel it. Your presence becomes a quiet anchor in a turbulent world. People seek your calm not because you have all the answers, but because you carry a truth that cannot be shaken. That peace is possible. That serenity is attainable. That mastery over the mind is within reach. Now, let me challenge you. In this very moment, pause and ask yourself, how much of your day is lost to resisting what is? How many hours are stolen by what-ifs and if-onlys? What would it feel like to reclaim even a fraction of that time by simply observing, simply breathing, simply being? This is not a call to perfection. It is a call to awareness. A call to small, deliberate steps that compound into profound transformation. Start with 1 minute a day. 1 minute to sit, to breathe, to notice. Tomorrow, extend it to 2, then 5. Then 10. Soon, the habit takes root. The mind learns its new rhythm. Stress becomes a visitor, not a resident. Life flows and you flow with it, unbroken, untangled, unafraid. And here's the final, perhaps most revolutionary truth. This habit does not remove life's challenges. It removes the chains that make challenges unbearable. It does not promise a life without storms. It promises a life where storms do not destroy. It is a practice of resilience, of clarity, of presence. And like any habit worth cultivating, it demands patience, repetition, and compassion for yourself. You will stumble, the mind will wander, the world will intrude, but each return to awareness strengthens the mind's immunity to stress. Each breath taken with presence is a victory, a small rebellion against the tyranny of anxiety and worry. So today, consider this your invitation. Begin the habit. Notice, breathe, observe. Let the mind settle like sediment in a clear river. Watch the chaos of life swirl around you and feel the inner stillness that grows stronger with each passing moment. Carry this habit into your conversations, your work, your relationships. Let it shape your responses, your choices, your interactions. Over time, you will notice a profound shift. The world is the same, but you are different. You are no longer a leaf tossed by the wind. You are the tree, grounded, unwavering. Your roots deep in the soil of presence, your branches stretching toward possibility. And when stress approaches, when anxiety knocks, you greet it as the monk greets the storm, with awareness, with calm, with a steady heart. This is not magic. It is habit. It is daily practice. It is the quiet revolution of the mind. And as you embrace it, remember, every moment you choose presence over reaction, awareness over distraction, observation over judgment, you are building immunity not just to stress, but to the fear that keeps life small. You are cultivating freedom. You are reclaiming your life. You are stepping into the legacy of centuries of wisdom, carried by those who have walked the path before you. And now it is your turn. The river flows, the wind blows, the world demands, but inside you can remain still. You can remain unshaken. You can remain free. The question is simple. Will you begin today? Will you take the first breath of awareness, the first pause of observation, the first step toward a life immune to stress? The power is not in the external, not in circumstance, not in hope. The power is in the habit of noticing, the habit of breathing, the habit of being. And that habit, small yet mighty, can transform the way you live, moment by moment, breath by breath, day by day. So, start now. Close your eyes if you can, take a deep breath and simply notice. Feel the life within you, the stillness around you, the clarity waiting to unfold. This is your sanctuary. This is your power. This is your immunity. And as you step forward into your day, carry it with you like a lantern in the dark, a shield in the storm, a friend in the silence. Let it guide you, let it steady you, let it transform you. Because stress may visit, challenges may rise. The world may scream, but within you, there is a calm no one can disturb, a strength no one can shake, and a peace no one can take. And if this message resonates with you, if you feel even a spark of curiosity or inspiration, do not let it fade. Share it with someone who needs it. Comment below with your experience, your thoughts, your questions. Hit the like button to anchor this practice in your mind. And subscribe to Echoes of Greatness because together, we will explore the wisdom, the habits, and the philosophies that turn ordinary lives into extraordinary journeys. The habit is simple. The impact is profound. The choice is yours. Begin today and step into a life where stress no longer dictates your story.